Hello everyone. On this channel, I feel that information about what is happening in China is often not correctly conveyed to countries other than China, so I will be disseminating the information I have gathered in English. I'm getting information from multiple media, so I'd be happy if you could comment on the content of the video. Also, English is not my native language, so I use an AI speaker to create the voice to convey the information correctly. I felt sick and hurt my throat. Writing a manuscript is painful, but an AI speaker that does not require vocalization is very convenient. This time, I will tell you about the bankruptcy of a representative stationery maker in China. The company that went bankrupt is Kokusai Stationery. When it comes to stationery, there are a wide variety of products, but this company has grown to 60% of the global market share for paper clips. I don't think anyone knows the manufacturer of the clip, but it's a huge company. The factory covers an area of over 100,000 square meters. I will tell you why such a big company went bankrupt. Although production was expanding for a while, it seems that it was getting worse and worse. It seems that they were promoting personnel reduction and cost cutting, but it seems that they went bankrupt because they could not purchase raw materials due to lack of working capital. If the company had momentum, it would have been possible to continue the company with a loan from a bank, but recently it seems that bank financing has become more difficult. As some of you may have noticed, one of the reasons for the bankruptcy of stationery manufacturers is that their profit margins are extremely thin. Another factor behind the bankruptcy was the increase in logistics costs due to the delay in logistics due to Corona. I will explain the problem of thin profits. For example, let's say you want to make a ballpoint pen. In fact, the tip of the ballpoint pen depends on imports. Most of the sales are lost to the purchase cost of this import, so the remaining profit is very small. We make up for the thin profit by selling in large quantities. However, some stationery business models are based on patents. However, such a business model is carried out in Europe, the United States, and Japan, and it is a business with a high profit margin. Developed countries are doing business with high profit margins, and China is doing business with low profits and high sales. Low profits and high sales will make management difficult due to changes in the environment. As I mentioned earlier, the change in the environment is the coronavirus. There was a time when the loading and unloading of cargo ships in question in Shanghai was delayed. When the container is unloaded at the port, it is transported to various parts of China as it is and returns to the port after unloading the cargo. Containers have stopped in various parts of China due to lockdowns, etc., and there has been a shortage of containers. As a result, the cost of procuring containers increases. If the profit is too small, it will not be profitable if the transportation costs rise. As a cause of the increase in transportation costs, it seems that it has been lifted now, but for a while it took time to move because it was inspected every time it moved. Longer delivery times also reduce profits. In the manufacturing industry, the money can only be collected after the product is made and sold, so the shorter the period until the money is collected, the better. If it takes time from investment to collection of funds, the cost of financing, that is, the interest rate, will be high. I understand that this situation is not just a problem for Kokusai Stationery, which went bankrupt this time. There is a wholesale market in Guangdong province, but according to publicly available data, demand for both exports and domestic consumption is very low. In particular, office supplies have decreased by 60% compared to pre-corona. Companies no longer have to buy stationery as the coronavirus spreads and the movement to telework has spread. Student demand also fell by 30%. With the spread of online classes using the internet, the method of recording classes with smartphones instead of writing notes and listening has spread. Exports are also down 15%. You can see that not only the decrease in sales but also the increase in production costs is causing great damage to the industry as a whole. In other words, it can be said that there is a possibility that the bankruptcy of international stationery will not end. And the structure of this industry is a problem for China's manufacturing industry as a whole. The problem was that when we had momentum, we created a lot of unique technologies and patents, did not invest in making highly profitable products, and continued a low margin, High volume strategy. China's manufacturing industry has been called the world's factory, exporting products made in China by foreign manufacturers. Therefore, the companies that are profitable in China are American companies, Japanese companies, and German companies. Today, manufacturing costs and labor costs in China are rising, so the merits of manufacturing in China are being lost. Unless these business models are improved, foreign companies may withdraw due to changes in the environment. Personally, I welcome it because it will lead to a decline in China's national power and a decline in the centripetal force of the Communist Party government. That's all for now. See you next time.